Hey everyone, this is Miscellaneous Topics for SAT Practice Level 2. We're talking about math here. So go ahead and read the problem, pause it, and try to answer the question. Basically, we want just an expression that represents the total charge in cents for pounds of the salad where P is a positive integer. So with intricate word problems such as this, you need to invest time in reading the question very closely and even reading it twice to ensure that you understand not only the general situation and what's asked for, but also nuances. In this case, for example, notice that you're asking for the question in cents. This should be in cents. So begin the translation process by expressing the $2 initial charge as 200 cents. So we're going to look at that as 200 cents. And think of it like that. Now, you're going to ask yourself, what is the weight of the entire purchase? It's P pounds. So P pounds. All right. But consider that you're better off thinking of the same weight as 2p half pounds. So 2p half pounds. Let me write it that way. All right. Because half pounds are the increments in which salad is purchased. You then start to see how the money in question is spent. Adding 20 cents for the first half pound and plus 75 cents for each additional half pound should produce the answer. So how many additional pounds remain to be paid for once 200 cents have been paid for the first half pound? If the purchase weighs a total of 2p half pounds, and if one of the half pounds has already been paid for, then we have 2p minus 1 half pounds to be paid for at 75 cents each. So we have 200 plus 75, 2p minus 1, which is 200 plus 150p minus 75, which gives you 125 plus 150p, and you can factor out a 25 because I'm looking at the answer choices, and you get 5 plus 6p, which is answer B. Also, you could have, if you work better with thinking that's less abstract and more on the ground, you could have picked numbers here, and that would have been a big tip-off. Okay, the next thing, you need to read this because I'm not going to read it all together. So basically what we want to do is okay, so go ahead and read the problem and try to set it up with a little table here, and that's the best way to take care of this. So pause it and read it. Now, it's a lot of words, but the question becomes easily managed if you structure and chart its data in an orderly way. So, believe it or not, okay, the establishment of an organizing structure such as this is probably the single most important step in the solution. From here on in, all you need to do is put the right numbers in the right places and calculate correctly. So on Monday, the athlete lifted some amount of weight, call it W, so I'll call this W, and some number of times, we'll call this T, and the total weight moved is going to be WT. So I did that, so we have WT, WT. So that was Monday. On Wednesday, the weight lift increased by 20%. So basically that's like 1.0 W plus 0.2 W increase. So you have to count this too. So that means that's going to be 1.2 W. And what else happened? While the number of lifts increased by 25%. Decreased, sorry. So that's going to be 1 minus 0.025. So that's going to be 0.75 T. Now, on Friday, what happened? So let's go. The weight lifted on Friday was 25% more than the weight lift on Wednesday, while the number of lifts on Friday was 40% fewer than the number of lifts on Wednesday. In other words, 1.2 W right here was decreased by 0.25 times 1.2. So I'm going to do that on the other side. So basically, 1.2 W was increased by 0.25 times 1.2 W, which is going to equal 1.5 W. And 0.75 T was decreased by 0.4 times 0.75 T. So you have 0.075 T minus 0.3 T, which equals 0.45 T. And this one right here, I don't think I wrote out. So you had 1.2 W plus 0.3 W equals 1.5 W. All right. So let's go back and fill in our table. We get 1.5 W and 0.45 T. Now, using the calculator, we can calculate the total weight moved on Friday, and that's going to be the total weight for Friday is going to be 0.675 WT. All right. Now, finally, focus on the exact wording of what's being asked. The total weight Monday, approximately what percent greater than, and total weight on Friday. The question asks for an increase from Friday's total to Monday's total. And don't get confused by the fact that Monday comes before Friday. The logic of what's asked here makes Friday's amount the starting point and requires you to express Monday's amount as an increase over Friday's. So we're going to use the percent change formula, and that's like percent increase equals Monday minus Friday over Friday equals 1.000 WT minus 0.675 WT over 0.675 WT. And this is when you put in the calculator, you're going to get 0.325 over 0.675. And on your calculator, you get approximately 0.481, which is 48.1% approximately, which is closest to answer C. So answer C would be the correct answer. All right. And I think, do we have one more? Yeah. All right, so now we have one more So read this and try to answer it, and then we'll talk about it. Okay? We're going to call the average monthly sales from February through December as 2x. Then the monthly sales for January is 3x. Okay? The total amount of sales equals the sum of monthly sales for January and each of the 11 months from February through December, inclusive. In other words, the annual sales are 3x plus 2x, and there's 11 months. And this should equal 25x. And what portion is January? Again, 3x is January. So January's total sales, a fraction of the total annual sales. So it's 3x over 25x equals 3 over 25. So your answer is 3 over 25, and that is your answer. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.